If you're looking to be a more aggressive player, improving your movement is imperative. It not only allows you to be elusive and get out of mixy situations with your life, but you can also use it to throw off your opponent's aim, granting you the upper hand in any gunfight. So today we're covering 3 tips to use your movement to throw off your opponent's aim. You know what to do, so let's hop right in with tip number 1, the jump shot. Other than breaking cameras, jumping when engaging in a gunfight is highly effective because most, if not all, recoil patterns shift upwards, leading the final bullets to land headshots. And by jumping, you're forcing your opponent's bullets to hit your lower body and avoiding that headshot multiplier. You're also adding a layer of difficulty for your opponent in tracking you, and you can use your jump in a multitude of ways to throw off their aim. Sometimes the mere act of jumping onto a low obstacle while engaged in a gunfight, jumping at an opponent from an elevated position, or slide jumping into a line of sight can all contribute to making you a more difficult target to hit. Moving on to tip number 2, slide under your opponent's aim. Sliding is a powerful mechanic in and of itself, and one of the most effective uses is sliding under your opponent's aim. Keep in mind that most players aim down sights the moment they see an opponent, and in doing so, they're significantly hindering their ability to make greater adjustments due to the reduction in stick sensitivity. With that in mind, anytime an opponent engages you, sliding under their aim or quickly in one direction forces them to miss their first few bullets and giving you time to engage. It's especially useful in situations where you're in a full sprint and your opponent has seen you first. Just ensure that while you're sliding, you're using that short period to turn and lock onto them. Finally, we have tip number 3, the drop shot. Although it isn't as powerful in Vanguard as it was in Modern Warfare 2019, the drop shot remains a highly effective method to throw off your opponent's aim. Not only for the mere fact that they need to adjust their aim significantly, but also because most times their weapon will block their view of you as you go prone, making it more difficult to see exactly where you are. Just be cognizant that your accuracy is decreased for a short moment while you're drop shotting because your character is forced to hip fire as they reach the prone position. All of these tips would be somewhat useless if I didn't give you a bonus tip on how to counter these methods, so that tip is don't aim down sights until you know you have a clear shot on your opponent. Like I said, your stick sensitivity while aimed down sights is significantly decreased in order to allow you to make micro adjustments, but in situations where you're forced to track an opponent over a relatively longer distance, tracking them before aiming down sights while also hip firing allows you to at least tag them up until you know that they are more stationary, at which point you can then aim in and finish the kill. Sometimes you won't even need to aim down sights because if you're close enough, your hip fire might do the trick. You can also pair this method with a jump, especially in cases where they're drop shotting, as their aim will typically be pointed straight forward as they drop, and by jumping you're avoiding taking those bullets to your legs, while also giving the advantage of aiming down at them without the obstruction of your gun taking up most of your screen. Check out this video if you want some more tips on how to use your movement to win more gunfights, but that does it for today's video. I'll see you tomorrow on day 19 of 30 of posting every day. You know what to do. My name is Drew, this was Sablehound, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, I want to be famous.